Imagine someone tells you this. You can't prove the government isn't hiding everything. And if you can't rule that out, how do you really know anything? At first, it sounds cautious, even smart, or just skeptical. But notice what happens next. That small doubt quietly spreads until suddenly all ordinary knowledge claims collapse. This isn't just paranoia, it's a real philosophical move, and it runs on something called the epistemic closure principle. Epistemic closure says something simple. If you know a claim and you know it logically guarantees another claim, then you also know that second claim. For example, if you know I have two hands, and you also know if I have two hands, then I am not a handless brain in a vat, then by closure you know I am not a brain in a vat. Closure matters because it connects ordinary knowledge to extreme consequences. And that connection is exactly what skeptics exploit. Here's the classical skeptical move. Step 1. You don't know that you're not a brain in a vat, a brain wired to a computer feeding you fake experiences. After all, from the inside, everything feels the same. Step 2. You know that having hands logically entails not being a brain in a vat. Step 3. Apply closure. If you really knew you had hands, you know you weren't invatted. But you don't know that. So, conclusion, you don't actually know you have hands. The skeptic hasn't denied reality, they've drained knowledge out of it. Now, notice something unsettling. Conspiracy theories often follow the same structure. Replace brain in a vat with a perfect cover-up. You're told, if the conspiracy were real, all your evidence would look exactly the same. Any evidence against it is itself part of the cover-up. Since you can't rule that out, you don't really know the official story is true. By closure logic, if knowing the facts would require knowing there's no conspiracy, and you don't know that, then you don't really know the facts. A local doubt becomes global ignorance. That's how maybe the source is unreliable turns into we know nothing at all. Philosophers noticed this problem a long time ago. One response is radical: deny closure. Say you can know ordinary things without knowing all their far-fetched implications. Another response keeps closure but changes the rules. Only relevant alternatives matter. In normal life, you don't need to rule out brains in vats, evil demons, or omnipotent conspiracies to know you have hands. Those possibilities are logically possible, but epistemically irrelevant. If any imaginable alternative could destroy knowledge, knowledge would be impossible. And that's the real reductio. The epistemic closure principle isn't wrong, but when it's paired with self-seeing hypothesis, it becomes a machine for manufacturing ignorance. Seeing this helps you draw a crucial line between healthy skepticism and that kind of reasoning that quietly eats away all of our knowledge. Not everything you can't rule out is something you must take seriously. And once you see that, a lot of conspiracy logic stops looking deep and starts looking logically reckless.